Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we dive into the latest developments in patriotic education in Hong Kong, where a new law aims to boost national pride among students. Chief Secretary Eric Chan emphasizes experiential learning, but challenges remain in ensuring teachers are ready to implement these methods effectively. Next up, we investigate the safety of trampoline parks in Hong Kong. A recent report raises alarms about inadequate safety measures and lack of professional coaching at some venues, following a serious injury incident. Experts are calling for stricter regulations to ensure that these parks prioritize participant safety. Lastly, we discuss the importance of respecting all tourists in Hong Kong, regardless of their spending habits. Recent incidents have highlighted the need for quality service in the tourism sector, as the city works to enhance its reputation post-pandemic. Join us as we explore these topics further. Please continue to watch for more detailed content. South China Morning Post highlights the increasing emphasis on patriotic education in Hong Kong, particularly following the social unrest of recent years. The push for integrating Chinese values into education is rooted in the policies of past chief executives, with the latest initiative being supported by the National People's Congress Standing Committee. Chief Secretary Eric Chan Kwok Ki advocates for a shift from rote learning to experiential education, aiming to foster a sense of national pride among students. However, this approach presents challenges, such as the need for adequately prepared teachers and clear assessment methods, raising questions about the effectiveness of patriotic education compared to traditional subjects. In another investigation by South China Morning Post, concerns regarding safety standards in Hong Kong's trampoline parks have emerged. An expert found that many venues lack professional coaches and essential safety measures, which could lead to serious injuries, as highlighted by a tourist's kidney injury from a fall. The investigation revealed that some parks did not provide adequate supervision or guidance for participants, raising alarms about potential hazards. Experts suggest that proper coaching and safety regulations are crucial for ensuring a secure environment for visitors, and they recommend government intervention to establish safety guidelines and licensing requirements for trampoline parks. In an opinion piece from South China Morning Post, the importance of treating tourists in Hong Kong with respect is emphasized, especially as the city aims to revitalize its tourism sector post-pandemic. Recent incidents involving aggressive tour guides have tarnished Hong Kong's reputation, prompting calls for improved service standards. While budget tours attract many visitors, they must be managed effectively to prevent overcrowding and ensure a positive experience. The article stresses that regardless of spending habits, all tourists deserve courtesy and quality service, as their satisfaction is vital for maintaining Hong Kong's standing as a desirable travel destination. South China Morning Post. The flying guillotine, a fictional weapon popularized by the 1975 film of the same name, has captured the imaginations of martial arts fans despite being an unlikely and exaggerated invention. This gruesome device, which supposedly decapitates its victims with a swift throw, has no basis in reality, although it may have been inspired by a real Qing dynasty weapon. The film, directed by Ho Menghua, tells the story of its creation under the Yongjing Emperor and features intense training sequences for elite assassins, showcasing the weapon's dramatic and violent allure. The flying guillotine quickly became a recurring motif in martial arts cinema, leading to sequels and adaptations that further embellished its legendary status, including the 1976 Master of the Flying Guillotine, which transformed the weapon's narrative into a kung fu adventure. South China Morning Post. As the Flying Guillotine saga continued, the 1978 sequel, Flying Guillotine 2, faced numerous production challenges, including cast changes and a shift in storyline. Despite these setbacks, the film managed to focus on a group of Han rebels fighting against the oppressive Qing dynasty, introducing a new generation of female fighters infiltrating the guillotine squad. The weapon itself was improved, though the third installment, Vengeful Beauty, barely featured it at all, instead relying on clips from the original. The 2012 film The Guillotines attempted to modernize the concept with updated special effects, but also shifted focus to palace intrigue and rebellion, illustrating how the legacy of the flying guillotine has evolved over time while remaining a symbol of martial arts cinema. Australian Broadcasting Corporation. In Tasmania, Harry Badcock and Charlotte Gray are on a mission to revitalize live music through their Good Gumnuts Festival, inspired by their own wedding celebration. Despite the challenges facing the music industry, including rising costs and the cancellation of local events, the couple is determined to create a unique experience for their community. They aim to attract an audience of over 30s with a boutique festival featuring popular Australian artists. Meanwhile, industry veterans like Jimmy Foster acknowledge the difficulties of producing live music today, but they also envision a future where intimate, exclusive events thrive. A federal inquiry into the live music sector is exploring ways to support grassroots venues, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a vibrant cultural landscape for emerging Australian artists. South China Morning Post. Hayden Panettiere has bravely shared her heart-wrenching experience following the sudden death of her younger brother, Jansen Panettiere, who passed away at just 28 years old due to an undiagnosed heart condition. In an emotional interview, she recounted the profound sense of loss she felt, stating, "When I lost him, I felt like I lost half of my soul." The actress, who had recently overcome her struggles with addiction and was navigating her own personal challenges, described the isolation she faced after his passing, exacerbated by the intrusive media coverage of his funeral. Despite the pain, she has slowly begun to heal, cherishing her brother's memory and artistic spirit through his vibrant paintings. South China Morning Post. As the interest in art education rises among affluent families in China, students face a daunting job market that is struggling to accommodate the growing number of art graduates. Jackie Zhang, an art history major, expressed his aspirations to work in a New York gallery, but acknowledged the slim chances of achieving such a dream amidst tightening visa policies and a competitive landscape. The culture craze in China has led to an increased appreciation for art, yet the job market remains bleak, particularly in the private sector. Many graduates find themselves underemployed or working in unrelated fields, as the demand for artists does not match the soaring number of graduates. Despite these challenges, there is a glimmer of hope as the middle class expands, creating potential opportunities for artistic endeavors. South China Morning Post. The financial landscape of the NFL reflects the sport's immense popularity, with coaching salaries skyrocketing alongside the league's valuation. The richest coaches, such as Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs, have amassed significant fortunes, with Reid's net worth reaching an impressive $50 million after signing a lucrative contract. Other notable figures include Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Sean Payton of the Denver Broncos, both of whom have made their mark through successful coaching careers. The NFL's lucrative nature not only elevates the coach's earnings but also highlights the sport's status as a cultural phenomenon in the United States, where football reigns supreme. South China Morning Post. In a heartfelt reflection on the challenges faced by small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, in Hong Kong, the author recounts their journey from a solo design practice to leading a team of 10. Operating in a constant state of survival, SME owners juggle multiple roles, from CEO to IT technician. The government has made promises to support these businesses, yet the reality is that loans often serve to cover basic operational expenses rather than fuel growth. The author highlights the dire state of the design industry, where limited opportunities and high competition hinder many firms. Instead of loans, what SMEs truly need are diverse work opportunities, particularly in social projects that address the city's poverty rate. By pairing SMEs with community organizations and subsidizing consultation fees, the government could create a sustainable model that benefits both businesses and the community. South China Morning Post. Ina Garten, beloved chef and television personality, opens up in her upcoming memoir, Be Ready When the Luck Happens, about the struggles in her marriage to Jeffrey Garten. Despite their deep love, the couple faced significant challenges due to differing expectations, leading Ina to request a separation. However, Jeffrey's commitment to therapy helped them rediscover their bond. The memoir reveals their long-standing relationship, which began when they met at Dartmouth College as teenagers. Jeffrey, who has had a distinguished career in finance and academia, has always supported Ina's ambitions, including her choice not to have children. Their story is one of resilience and growth, showcasing how love can adapt and flourish through adversity. South China Morning Post. Connie Chung shares insights into her enduring marriage with Maury Povich in her new memoir, Connie, a Memoir. Celebrating over 40 years together, she emphasizes the importance of independence within their relationship, allowing each partner to pursue their interests while also cherishing shared moments, like dinner together. Their love story began at WTTG-TV, where they first met, but it took years of a long-distance relationship before they tied the knot in 1984. Chung affectionately states that while she loves Maury deeply, there are times when she doesn't particularly like him, a sentiment that she believes is mutual. Their son Matthew is now engaged, adding another layer of joy to their family. Chung's reflections highlight how mutual respect and individuality contribute to a lasting partnership. Telegraph Confucius Institutes in the UK have lost their government funding due to concerns about Chinese influence on British universities. These institutes, which were established to promote Chinese culture and language, have been criticized for allegedly suppressing critical discussions about China, particularly regarding sensitive topics like Tibet and Taiwan. Rishi Sunak, the UK Prime Minister, had previously promised to withdraw funding, which has now been implemented. The situation raises questions about the future of these institutes in the UK, especially as they face scrutiny over their operations and the potential for Chinese interference on campuses. Notably, there has been a significant decline in the number of Confucius institutes in the US, reflecting a broader concern about Chinese influence in academic settings. South China Morning Post. Hong Kong has chosen Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, a martial arts film set in the notorious Kowloon walled city, to represent the city at the Oscars. The film, which has garnered acclaim and a standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival, tells the story of a young undocumented immigrant navigating the challenges of life in the walled city during the 1980s. Directed by Soi Cheong and featuring stars like Louis Koo and Raymond Lam, the film has already achieved box office success, grossing over 105 million Hong Kong dollars since its release. The selection process for the Oscar submission involved votes from the Federation of Motion Film Producers of Hong Kong, which ultimately chose this film due to its strong reception and cultural significance. South China Morning Post. The global popularity of pickleball is on the rise, with Steve Kuhn, founder of Major League Pickleball, predicting that Asian players will soon dominate the sport. With plans to establish several indoor pickleball venues across Hong Kong, the sport is gaining traction in Asia, similar to how table tennis evolved from its English origins to become an Asian stronghold. Kuhn believes that pickleball could achieve Olympic status, providing more opportunities for countries to earn medals. He emphasizes the sport's accessibility and social nature, which encourages participation and fosters friendships. As more players from diverse backgrounds emerge in the sport, Kuhn envisions a bright future for pickleball in Asia, potentially making it one of the top 5 sports globally within the next decade. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.